got good lighting today. We're on the way to yoga. Where is it? Oh, it's way down. I didn't park close at all. That was unintentional. I ran an errand before. It's fine. I'll just get my steps in. How about that? Here we are.
1 hour later.
We are done with yet another yoga class. So much sweat and places I don't feel comfortable saying on YouTube. Places where I was like, oh, I sweat there. Yep, I sweat there. But I did it. Proud of myself. And I guess now we go home and rest. All right, we are out of yoga. Obviously, I'm home. I just took my gym wrap off. Is that what it's called? Fairly certain it's called a gym wrap. It is made by, I don't know if it's made, okay, look at me just giving all kind of information. I know Nicole Ari Parker, aka Lisa Todd Wexley, if you watch And Just Like That, the Sex and the City reboot. I don't know if she makes these or if she's a spokesperson for them, but it's damp. So that means it soaked up my sweat from yoga and my hair looks significantly less terrible than when it did the first time I did yoga. Remember last time it was mad frizzy? I mean, it's still mad frizzy, but I can tell a difference is what I'm saying. So I might have to, I got one just to see if I like it. You just tie it in the back. I got one just to see if I like it. I do like it. So I'll continue to get more because I don't want to keep putting the sweaty headband on. Although now that I have you here, we're gonna chat for a minute. Oh, it is freezing in the back. I feel that. I don't know if yoga, like, I like yoga, but I don't know if taking yoga is what is going to get me what I want out of this workout. Here's what I mean. It hit me during yoga. Look at me having epiphanies. I want toned arms. I want abs and a high tight ass, but also a fat one. And I don't know if I would get that from yoga. I want to shake and burn in a good way after our workout. Sweating, sure, but I want to feel my muscles. I want them to hate me a little because I've pushed them so hard and I'm, working on toning them. And I don't know that I'm going to get that from yoga. Yes, there are some positions that do require, you kind of do like the little squat, which are, oh, yep, that hurt. I felt that in my thighs, but I attribute that to headroom. Holy headroom, Batman. Who's Batman? Holy headroom, Batman. Trying to enunciate. Anyway, there are some poses in yoga that are a little challenging and they do push you. I just don't think I'm going to get what I'm trying to get from yoga is ultimately the point I'm trying to make. And there was another situation. I'm like, am I gross? Why don't the instructors touch me? I want you to touch me in not a creepy way. But I only got one adjustment and I felt bad for her because I was sweating so bad. I was like, girl, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I want to know that I'm doing it right. So all of that to say, I think my focus now needs to be the gym. I'm going to have to eat my words from what's today? Today's Thursday. I'm going to have to eat my words from Wednesday. I do think I'll try more bar classes. Again, whether or not at that location with that instructor, TBD. But I did feel, again, that shake, that burn, that, hurt so good feeling after the workout. And I realized I like that. I don't know if that makes me a sadist or a masochist. But that's what I want for my workout. I want it to hurt in a good way. I'm going to stop talking. But that's going to be my focus going forward. So I'll need to map out what that looks like in the coming weeks and months. All right, well, I can smell myself. Yep, So I'm gonna shower. Yep, and I want to see if you can see. I want to show y'all something, but I don't want it to be offensive. I'm not gonna show it. I'm just gonna say 2 words. Crotch sweat. Hello, happy Friday. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm just checking in to say hey. I'm very kind of scatterbrained today, so while I was able to grasp a few brain cells to get my camera and address you all, I had to make good on it while I could. I learned something today and I wanted to share it with you as we continue on this wellness journey that I'm on. I was talking to a coworker of mine and I was sharing my bar experience with her. And she was like, oh girl, you were going through it. And I was like, yeah. She takes bar classes and maybe she inspired me to take one. I can't remember if I had signed up before or after she and I spoke, but she inspired me to do it. Yep, she did. Doesn't matter. Point is, I was telling her about my class and she was like, did you take a foundations class? Because those are more entry level from my understanding. I was like, good question. I don't know. Let me double check. I did not take a foundations class. I took a classic class, but I didn't see anywhere in the description of it, beginners beware or anything like that, you know? So I'm just thinking it's cool. Regardless, in my opinion, if I was intermediate or beginner, when I show up and I ask questions that to me imply I've never been here before. So let me set the scene one more time. I get in, you see a bunch of shoes at the door. And so obviously I'm like, okay, clearly I take my shoes off. I know that you are to wear grip socks in bar class like you do with Pilates. So I get to the door and I see all these shoes. So I follow suit. I take my shoes off and I have my little janky gym bag. And I say, hey, can I leave my bag here? And then one of the people at the front goes, there's cubbies in the back. If I've been to your studio before, I would know that there's cubbies in the back. To me, now maybe this is just me thinking, you know, whatever. The next question should have been, have you been here before? Oh, okay. That didn't happen. So all of that to say, I didn't know I was taking an intermediate class. And now I know. So now, based off what I was telling y'all last night after yoga, I will give bar another go. I'll look and see if I can find, sorry, I'm out of breath. I'll look and see if I can find a foundations class to take and see, you know, if I like that a little better. I do think the intensity of it, my abs still hurt. And I think that's what I want. Well, no, that is what I want. I want to feel the burn. So we learned something new today. And because I learned something new, maybe y'all did too. So that's how today is going. I was supposed to be done with my coffee. On Fridays, we treat ourselves to Starbucks or Dunkin', whichever way I feel like going that day. And so today, obviously, we chose Starbucks. That's just a treat. Like, you made it. Ta-da. So that's how we're feeling today. Like I said, just a little kind of mentally, okay, I got to do this. I got to do this. Okay, I'll start doing one thing and be like, oh, well, I didn't do this. And then I'll stop. I'm very, again, so I'm trying to just calm down, write out what I need to do, and just go forward that way, because I'm just mentally running around. It's like, girl, calm down. It's not that serious. Okay, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we have to talk about? They're outside doing work. Hopefully you can still hear me. It's not, I don't know where they are, but they're close. And I don't know what they're doing. I just live here. All right, there's been a development. Because I am, again, scatterbrained, I had to go look on my phone that's charging really quick to see, are there foundations classes for bar? No. No. I think there are foundations classes for yoga. So maybe my coworker was just confused, or, you know, got them mixed up. I'll just research and see what more I can figure out. Either that or maybe just watch some YouTube videos so I can study the moves, so to speak, because again, the results, the way I felt, the shaking and the burning, I was like, oh yeah, it's working. So maybe once I get that down, it'll feel better, but it appears as though they only offer one level at this particular place of bar classes, and it's classic. Random thought, since I have you here, we're gonna ramble for a minute. I really want to be better. I have this little negative voice that creeps up on me sometimes, and I had this thought on my way home from yoga yesterday that was like, I don't want this working out, y'all know I keep calling it a wellness journey, that just sounds so like, I don't know why. I don't want what I'm doing now with the fitness to be like a new toy that a child plays with. I want to be intentional about being consistent. So I'll have to figure out a way to hold myself accountable. How to do that, not sure, but I'm gonna. Because I'm a pretty... Am I disciplined? It depends. It depends on the circumstances. Hold on for a second. I gotta work.